Hello, my name is Devin, and in this quick Azure lab, I'll show how to create a storage account, make a blob container, and upload and download a file using the Azure portal. I'm a beginner in IT, trying to make the transition from the culinary industry into the tech industry. And I recently passed my AZ-900 exam, and this lab is going to help me reinforce my understanding of how Azure handles cloud storage and data access. So, what you're going to do first is go to your Azure portal and type in storage accounts. Now, the storage accounts are the foundation for all Azure data, so blobs, files, queues, and tables. We're going to go to Create. All right, we're in the Create a Storage Account section. And your subscription, just make sure your free subscription is selected here. Then go to your resource group. I'm going to use one I've created earlier, or you can just create a new one if you'd like. I'm going to call this Storage Lab D. It's already taken. DDD. Awesome. Now for region, I'm going to use East USA because I believe that's also the region that the resource group is under as well. So I'm going to next select blob storage under preferred storage type, and performance, going to keep that to standard. And redundancy is going to be locally redundant storage. And then I'm going to go to review and create. Now the local redundant storage is low cost, and the name must be unique because it forms the storage URL. Because at the end, after your blob storage account is deployed, you're actually given a URL to any of the files that you upload. Okay, so next we're going to go create. And just going to wait for the storage account to be created. Shouldn't take too long. All right, deployment is complete. So I'm going to click on Go to Resource, and then Containers, which is actually on the left. Click Data Storage and expand to Containers. Then Add Container. I'm going to call this Blob Lab. Did I spell that wrong? I did. Blob Lab. I believe this is default set to private, and you can change it later, but I haven't done that yet. So I'm just going to leave that as its default private, and then everything else I'm going to leave, and then create. So there's my Blob Lab storage. So the container we just made acts like a folder to hold all the Blob objects, anything you upload, and private keeps the data secure. So we're going to open the Blob Lab container we just made. I'm going to click upload a file. So I'm going to go to my pictures. I'm going to upload a picture of a dog. Upload. So there's the file we just uploaded to our blob storage container. Now we're going to download the file to see if it worked. So click on the actual file you uploaded, and then click download. And there it is. So Uploading demonstrates how Azure stores data objects in the cloud, and downloading it, obviously, we verify that the file makes the round trips correctly between your device and the Azure storage. Now, there's another option here. If you want, you can delete the storage account when you're finished to avoid any lingering resource charges. I would recommend you do that. But cleanup is good practice to protect your free trial credits so you don't use them up all the way and have to make another account again, and keep your portal tidy. That's basically it. And that wraps up the Azure Storage Lab. So I created a storage account and a Blob container, uploaded a file, downloaded it successfully, and we saw how data lives securely in Azure. It was simple, but it's an important step toward anyone trying to study for their AZ-900 certification. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.